All right. Welcome, everyone. This is LocWorld's 17th Process Innovation Challenge now, and you're now joining us for the 3cubed preliminary rounds. We've got 16 fantastic innovators who are going to pitch today and tomorrow for a chance to move on to our final round on Tuesday, October 29th, as part of LocWorld52 Conference in Monterey. And I'm here with my co-host, co-producer, and pick founder, Dave Ruan. Dave, how you doing today?
Hey everybody, great. We're here again at a preliminary round. We have innovators ready to go, dragons ready to go. So yeah, all good.
Fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit how this is going to work?
Yeah, very simple. We have 16 innovators over 2 rounds. This is round one today. And we will introduce that in a little bit. Rules are very simple. Today's session is what we call 3cubed. So innovators have 3 minutes to pitch. They can use 3 slides, and we have 3 dragons. See what we did there, right? After each pitch, dragons will get to ask a question or two, and then we'll move on to the next innovator. There's the dragons. Or are here they are.
Yeah, and I'm
Alex.
I'm I'm thrilled. We have two new dragons joining us this time. Mary Kazamias. Hi, Mary. How are you today? Very
Great.
nice.
Thank you.
Very
I'm
nice to see
excited.
you.
I'm
Thanks for
excited.
being here. And we also have Renato Beninato. Renato, how are you today? Oh, I think you're muted right now. Sorry, we muted you.
Very happy to be here once again and to see you all. Let's go.
All right, we're thrilled to have you and our veteran dragon once again welcoming back Alessandra Benazzi. Alessandra, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm ready to dragon again. Really excited for this dragon group too.
All right.
You've created a verb out of dragoning. I love it. Um, our innovators today, there are 7 of them. So we will go through in the order you see, and really looking forward to seeing their innovations. And that's what this is about, right? It's about innovators and their innovations. So without further ado, Alex, let's get this show on the road.
All right, let's do it.
Actually, a little bit more ado. We have another session tomorrow. So just for everyone to know, this is a 2 session preliminary round. But let's get back to today. So Dylan
And
is up
actually,
late.
let me make one more announcement too, just to let everyone know. These sessions are being recorded. We are going to publish these right after. In fact, later this morning, I'll get this up on the LocWorld YouTube channel in case you'd like to go back. You can also share the recordings out there. In order to see the final round, you will have to have a ticket to LocWorld52 that date in late October. But we hope you'll join us again tomorrow as well for the second round. So, without further ado. Dylan, I've got you spotlighted and we'll get you on stage here. And Dave,
Hi.
yeah, take it away, Dylan.
At AcudocX, what we do is streamline global immigration by automating the certified translation process with our B2B software as a service, open to any translation business, large or small. Hi, I'm Dylan Hartmann, certified translator and the founder of AcudocX. Today, I'm going to talk about our simple distributor model that allows agencies, LSPs, and the broader business community to offer certified translation services to their clients, members, or students, providing an easy way to offer discounts and earn commissions. Millions in the USA require certified translations annually, yet many companies aren't maximizing this opportunity. Next slide, please. Why? Because each individual is unique, time-consuming, and they require more effort than is worthwhile for the price of a single document translation. Certified translation workflows are high effort, low value, and a headache for everyone. Traditional processes are slow, costly, and inefficient, with each step needing careful management. AcudocX solves these inefficiencies, making it easy for freelancers, LSPs, and migration agencies to offer certified translations. Next slide. Next slide, please. AcudocX empowers everyone involved, customers, project managers, freelance translators, agencies, and other businesses with a beautifully automated workflow. It's as simple as sharing a link, allowing any agency or business to access fast, secure, and accurate certified translations without tying up project managers. That is the core innovation of AcudocX. Documents are securely uploaded, they can be pre-filled and then claimed and verified by a network of certified translators, ensuring accuracy and compliance. Next slide. Our process innovation extends beyond automation. This is our distributor model, which enables any business, whether it's a law firm, migration agency, or tourism business, to generate revenue or offer discounts through certified translation services. Simply create a coupon, set the discount or commission percentage, and share this unique coupon link with whoever needs a translation. The discount is automatically applied and commission immediately dispersed upon job completion. In fact, immigration lawyers can now share a link with their clients, offering a seamless self-service translation experience while earning commissions. They can also pass on a full discount to their clients if they please. Partners like the Australian Computer Society and Work in Oz already use this model, offering their 50,000 members discounted translations while earning commissions. The AcudocX distributor model is open to all businesses, making it easy for anyone to join our affiliate alliance. Next slide. To sum up, AcudocX cuts delivery times to up to 95% while maintaining quality. It streamlines the workflow for translators who get paid instantly and supports project managers with automation. This blend of automation, incentives, and real-time payments shows how much we at AcudocX absolutely love certified translators, making the process faster, smarter, and better for all. I'm Dylan Hartmann, and this is AcudocX. Thank you.
1 o'clock in the morning, he says. Dylan, you've energy for the lot of us. Dragons, questions for Dylan?
This is Mary. So this sounds great because we all know what the headache is when we have to do certified translations. You're like, oh no, not again. So is this a service that could be applicable globally in that the certification, the types of certification, the different orders of translators, they're not necessarily always the same. Does it connect to, let's say I'm in Quebec, and as you know, there's a lot of rules there. Yeah. Would that be a platform that could connect to all those different resources and laws and types of certification too, like with notaries and all of that?
Thanks for the wonderful question. Our main concern is data sovereignty. And so the system has been designed from the basis for the Australian NATI certified translation requirements here. To streamline our scaling, we're going into English countries first, recognizing that each country has its own specific requirements. And so our plan at the moment is trying to raise venture capital to expand our team to be able to create a separate instance in each country, as you have mentioned.
Great, thank you.
I have a question about what are you really pitching, right? You're pitching the service, you're pitching the technology, or are you pitching the process of having discount, a process for distributing payment? What of the three things is the innovation here?
So AcudocX, at its core service, is the streamlined translation process. What we are discussing in today's pick is this distributor model or affiliate alliance, where an LSP can assign somebody, a third party, as a distributor. They can allow a margin of percentage to that distributor. And as you might have seen in the animation, that distributor can use a slider bar to determine how much of a commission they want to keep versus how much of a discount they're going to give to this end client. So somebody like an immigration lawyer, for example, they might not be interested in getting a commission. So they can pass on the full, let's say, 20% discount to their clients. That is promoting loyalty from their customers, but it's also a way of giving back.
Thank you.
Thanks, Renato, Mary, Dylan. Nice job. All right.
Thanks a lot.
We're off to the races, folks. Let's continue on. So next up is George. We'll ask George to join us.
Hello.
Give me just a second here to get the spotlight up. 1 second. Where is he? He's not appearing in my... Okay, and you should be all set.
Over to you, George.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is George Zhao. I'm going to introduce you a AI dubbing technology. Next slide. So have you ever used Google Translate? I bet yes. Google Translate processes 100 billion words every day. But this Google Translate is for text, images, documents, websites. So what about video? So video translating and dubbing involves many steps. So until recently, powered by AI, this technology is getting mature. Next slide. So this is our product, video.dub.ai. So you can play the video. So we are translating a 3-minute video from English into Spanish. So you pay attention to the 18 seconds. So at 18 seconds, this video is being translated and the result is popped up. So there are many AI dubbing products out there in the market. So we are most fastest one. So there's still room actually to improve the AI dubbing speed. Next slide. So what is this technology can be used? So first, end viewers can watch any video in their own language with this technology. So this product is just like Google Translate for video. And for business, actually, business can use this technology to localize their video library. So a lot of business have a large video library for product videos, training videos, support videos, everything. So for example, if you have a 500 videos, your video library translating and dub into 20 languages, there'll be 10,000 videos. So use automatic AI dubbing technology is the most effective way to do that. And also in the meantime, AI dubbing is not perfect like machine translation. So when business wanted to improve their AI dubbing results, so this technology, we can track the playback of the videos and provide information to business about which videos being played in which language. For example, this is the top 20 videos being played in Spanish. So this can help business to decide which videos can be improved first. Okay, that's it. Next slide. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. Very interesting. And questions? Alessandra, do you have a question?
Of course. Hi, George. Nice to see you.
Hi.
And a repeat innovator, I think. Yeah, I have a few, but I'll just go with one. The speed is great. There is of course the little tiny lag, but I wonder if clients have to localize or dub the videos beforehand, or is it also something that can just be done on demand, on the fly? So, or does, let's say, if I want the video to be available in French, then it has to be done before the dubbing kind of, stored, and then it can be used? Or can a user just do it on the fly?
Yeah, it's designed for on the fly because there are a large number of video in the video library. So you don't have to translate every video, all the videos into many languages. So it requires a lot of space. So this technology is designed that way. So when the end user wanted to watch a video to see how to install my machine. At this moment, the user can click on the video and choose their language, and it's being played very quickly. So that's the intention to do it on the fly.
We'll take one more question. Mary or Renato.
Hi, George.
Hi.
Couple of things. Multiple voices, lip syncing? Does it or does it work just with one voice and narration? What is the scope of this dubbing?
Currently, it's only for one voice because we wanted it fast. So and actually, most of the training videos and it's only one voice. So we don't do lip syncing for this in this product because lip syncing is very slow, very slow. So we just wanted to like a real time video translation.
So this handles the narration. It's more dubbing of a narration kind of video. Okay.
Yes. It's the target is for the training video and product video. It's not for movies. It's not for conversation.
No. Yeah, I understand.
Brilliant.
And the number of languages
Real quick.
is irrelevant. We're on time. Okay.
Yeah. So what we can do, we're going to move on, George, but Renato was asking you about number of languages, so feel free to chat that in the chat.
Oh, many languages, over 60 languages,
okay.
No problem. Okay.
Thanks, George. Thanks, Renato.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Time is our currency here, so Carolina, we'll ask you to join us. We'll move on to you. And, I like the title already, Carolina. That's all I can say. You've got dragon in there. Okay.
And
we'll
over
get
to you.
Started.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Carolina Freire, and I will be presenting DragonCraw Generative AI for High-Quality Mobile Testing. Next slide, please. So maintaining a global testing team requires high overhead and costs. About 23% of an organization's annual IT spending is dedicated to quality assurance and testing. So as we know, there are high costs associated to resourcing, training, and maintaining LQA testers across the globe, not to mention the high cost and time spent on automated test script maintenance. So how to scale software testing to multiple languages and markets at zero cost? And the solution is DragonCraw. So we can go to the next slide. So DragonCraw is a generative AI for resilient internationalization mobile testing. It's code-free and maintenance-free. You train once, runs in many locales and languages. There are zero costs associated with test execution and bug triage, and it's highly efficient. The model is 1,000 times smaller than ChatGPT, and Dragon is goal-oriented. It mimics the ways humans retrieve information and make a decision. So the next slide, I want to show you a quick demo of Dragon in action. So here's a demo of Dragon running through an Uber app. So in a matter of seconds, the model runs through the entire app, screen by screen, detecting internationalization bugs, things like right-to-left issue, regional formatting, untranslated strings, mixed languages, and the model detects the issue and also raise a bug ticket in Jira or your preferred environment. So there are no triage costs associated to that. We can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, so here is just the type of issues that Dragon flags. Next slide. So since launching Dragon, Uber has designed an end-to-end touchless LQA process, scaling mobile testing across multiple languages and cities. Dragon has raised over 100 internationalization bugs and 30 high-priority functional bugs at zero cost. The model has helped Uber break into new markets, launching Catalan, Bengali, Pashto, and Dari, for a total estimated savings of 20K in test execution costs saved, and also 30K developed hours saved in test authorship. not to mention zero maintenance costs. So thank you, everyone. That's it.
Thank you very much, Carolina. You know, I thought we'd see dragons crawling for some reason. Maybe we'll see that at the final of the pick. We could ask them, perhaps. Questions, dragons?
I have a question.
Sure.
Are you selling this service or just showing it? How much does it cost?
I mean, if Uber is selling, externalizing the solution, is that the question?
Yes.
Yeah, that's our goal, our idea. We are working on that. So we don't have a final cost, but that's the idea. Yes, Uber wants to externalize the solution because it is very innovative and there is nothing like that in the market.
Thank you.
Thanks, Renato. Alice, Mary? Who's that?
Okay. Yep. I was going to ask a question if there's time.
Well, okay, go for it, Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused. Sorry.
Quickly, yeah. Thank you, Carolina. So this is awesome. The Dragon Crawl raises finds the issue, raises the ticket, and it also identifies the type of error. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Does it also suggest fixes?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But we know, it detects the bug, the issue. So if it's a non-localized string, we know we need to localize it. If it's truncated, yes. So we know the solution, but it doesn't make the suggestion.
Right, it doesn't actually,
Yes.
Yeah. And then you talk about truncation. So it does detect layout issues as well, if there's overlaps as well as truncation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
so any internationalization issue it detects, it does not flag linguistic issues,
right?
Because those are language specific, and that's the next step for us. We are training the model to be able to flag linguistic issues as well. But so far, all internationalization bugs can be detected.
Nice, especially layout is very nice. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. And Mary, did you have a quick one? All right, we'll get you in on the next one. Good.
No, Alessandra asked the same question that I was going to, so we're good. Thank you. Let's move on.
Isn't it great when that happens? Carolina, thank you very much.
Carolina.
And we'll move on. And Kirill, we'll ask you to join the pick stage. Not your first time on the pick stage, Kirill.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Kirill from ContentQuo. Glad to be back on the pick.
Over to you, Kirill.
All right. So let's talk about a different kind of LQA, the one that's done on text, so can be used universally with any content type and not just the mobile apps. Next slide, please. All right. So the allure of LLM-powered translation quality evaluation that we call AI LQA here is really strong. On the pick and elsewhere, you probably heard some companies are already starting to use large language models for LQA. But how do you actually use AI LQA with a TMS that doesn't have that kind of feature? How do you monitor the performance of AI LQA, and how do you do this in a responsible way? The big question is, are we ready to delegate the decisions on adequacy of our global content and on the performance of our linguistic partners to machines? So our innovation is the first LLM quality evaluation solution for the localization industry, and it helps you answer all those questions. Next slide, please. So the platform is, first of all, ethical. It empowers your human linguistic reviewers by giving them the keys to govern language AI and provide crucial oversight instead of trying to displace them. Next, it's flexible. You can actually plug in any AI LQA solution, whether it's built by your TMS vendor, by a third-party vendor, or by your own team within this very platform. And next, it's universal. Have you heard that LQA, the text-based LQA, is not just for localization only? In fact, the concepts behind LQA can actually apply for any tax-heavy business function that is now being disrupted by LLMs, like customer service or legal, or even monolingual marketing. So with a platform, you can actually own all of those in your organization. Next slide. And please play the video. So let's take a look at how the platform works and what it actually enables you to do. First of all, you can easily experiment with AI LQA from any vendor without changing your TMS and make different configurations for different AI reviewers. You can train those within the platform with lots and lots of different settings that you can configure, and you can use any LLM that you have an API key for to actually run that. Next, since you have a team, you can test the AI LQA versus previously done human LQA. And you can do so easily at large scale. Here, I'm testing 4 AI reviewers on about 200 previously done human evaluations to find out which one works best. So you can compare those different AI LQA reviewers with each other, and then you get clear and precise metrics on how they compare with humans, which of them is best for which language. You can see performance of one reviewer over time. You can see the performance of the whole team, and you can even look at long-term trends and ultimately figure out the best way to use AI LQA in your organization. Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks, Kirill. Good time there as well, and love the visuals. Questions? Mary,
so much.
do you have a question?
Having a hard time unmuting myself. So this is wonderful, Kirill. Thank you. At the end of the day, what you're doing is connecting all the pieces together. Is that the innovation?
Yeah, the innovation is making it easy to plug those large language models into an existing translation workflow. So that's what the platform is for. And you can build your own AI reviewers if you want within the platform and test them as well, I guess. So those are the 2 big innovative pieces here.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Alex or Renato?
Yeah,
question?
I was just wondering, can you set up triggers also based on the data? So when you're comparing and you're finding, the best model, can you also trigger it to be deployed?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have an existing product for that on the platform, so I'm not talking about that today.
Okay, so just to clarify, what you're pitching is the comparison tool, is the ability to compare different LQA models inside whatever the TMS that you're using. You can compare them and choose which one you're going to use.
The comparison tool and the reviewer builder tool, Renato. So they're both part of the platform.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Amazing. Good stuff. Kirill, thank you very much.
Thanks, Emil.
You're off the clock. We'll ask Alex to join us next. So Alex, we'll just get you to turn on your camera if you haven't and unmute.
Hi, I'm here. Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hey, Alex. We can hear you loud and clear, so we'll get you started when you're ready.
Yep, go ahead.
Over to you.
Sure. Can you go to the slide?
Sure. Sorry about this. We'll start your time again, Alex.
Yep.
And
Haven't started it.
hopefully you can see it now. Over to you, Alex.
Whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Yanishevsky from Smartling. Smartling is a TMS platform. I'm going to be speaking about our AI translation toolkit. If you could go to the next slide, please. So where can AI fit into the translation space, right? Probably most of you have played around with various LLMs and with these various use cases, right? So things like source pre-editing, taking a source, making a complicated source less complicated so you could send it along for human or machine translation. LLMs can also be used for translations as an MT provider, right? Bypassing the use of neural machine translation technology, right? So something like, hey, I'm a translator from A to B, right? Translate from this language to this language using the correct terminology, domain, style guide, etc. Right? It can also be used as a way transcreation, right? So rather than source, going and writing a blog directly in that language. In our case, we're going to be talking about translation augmentation. So using LLMs, an entire framework could be a bunch of different LLMs, OpenAI, IBM, watsonx, Google, Amazon, Bedrock, and the models hosted on those, right? Either during or post-translation. So if you could go to the next slide. Okay, so basically we have 4 different steps with LLMs at each juncture. In the first step, we take a translation memory and we repair the fuzzy match using a few shot example to an LLM. It increases the leverage and therefore makes linguists more effective. In the second step, content that doesn't go to translation memory goes to MT, either to a trained engine or auto select or to a large language model. In the third step, we actually edit this content and do all sorts of post-processing. So things like formality switching, gender debiasing, cleaning up the format, and injecting glossary terms in a way that's grammatically correct, which doesn't happen currently with machine translation. In the last step, we're using large language models to do edit effort estimation. So what we're doing here is giving a green, yellow, red for each string. And depending on the string, it could be dynamically routed straight to publishing or to linguist validation and then subsequent publishing. And next slide, please. So to summarize, what does this do, right? It gives you more TM leverage, meaning direct savings for customers through AI fuzzy match repair. When we're using LLMs on the back end after MT, we're significantly increasing the likelihood of proper brand terms being translated with this glossary term insertion that's grammatically correct. We have insight into the translation edit rates to optimize the post-editing process, right? So it ultimately gives you much higher quality translations, allows linguists to be more effective, and there's a significant element of future proofing because we use it as a framework where we're connecting to different LLMs depending on what particular LLM is best for each use case.
Brilliant.
So that's it.
Thanks
Any
very much.
questions?
Let's take questions. Let me go to Mary again. Do you have a question, Mary?
So this workflow essentially is what you're selling, right? You're pitching this and you've been using this already at Smartling?
Yes, we're pitching this workflow. The important part is that it's part of the platform and we use it internally for our language services as well. But it is part of the platform, so clients can use it without using our language services.
Okay.
Right. It's the technology part that's most relevant here.
Yeah. And essentially, if I'm a client and I want to have this, workflow, this streamlining with all those pieces stacked together, as a client, how am I going to know if let's say the string or the document or whatever doesn't go all the way to the end and it isn't perfect, then is there some kind of alert or notification, or how will I know that I'm going to need a linguist to repair or review or do some form of QA?
Yeah. So when this is set up in the platform, right, there is a dynamic workflow, and I'd have a conversation with you as the client and say, okay, if we're talking about level ones that we deem to be statistically perfect or close to perfect, those will go straight to publishing. The other ones will be flagged in a cat tool to say, this is a level 2 effort, this is yellow, this is a level 3 effort, this is red. It requires more time, and those would be priced accordingly, right? You would pay accordingly to your LSP on that, right? But you'd have full visibility what happens with the string and its history. You'd also see it in the cat tool as well. And for the fuzzy match repair, we can report on how much we improved the natural fuzzy match, right? Like say it was 70, we improved it to 85. We will show you that delta.
Thank you.
I have a question related to...
Quick one. Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about who is you? Is this designed for the final client, for the LSP, for the freelance translator? What is this? Who's you?
Yeah. Renato, D, all of the above. No, but like
Okay.
joking aside, right? What we're a platform with a technology, right? That platform can be purchased and used by LSPs, right, to provide work for their clients. It could be purchased directly by clients who will enable their LSPs to use it, or freelancers. That's not as likely, right? It's more likely either an LSP using our platform at the behest of the client or by themselves.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks, Alex. Great stuff. Very interesting to see that. We will move on. And just in case you've just joined us, this is HIC 17, preliminary round 1, where what's the percentage on this? We're nearly all the way through. We've got Adam coming up next. So Adam, I'll ask you to join, and we'll get you going in a sec. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I joined.
Yep, and we can hear you too.
Let me mute my
Over
damn
to you, Adam.
smartphone. All right. So I'm Adam. Yeah, I'm here to talk about automatic post editing in the real world, because I think a lot like quality prediction, it's sort of this idea that's floated around for a long time. Everybody agrees it's a good idea, but it's actually pretty hard to make it work in the real world. And so that's really kind of what's interesting. And I think that's the value that we at ModelFront provide. So yeah, shall we start with the next slide? So as most of you all probably know, right, buyers are using AI to verify empty segments that would be left unedited anyway, meaning using these quality prediction models, quality estimation models to basically say good or bad on lots and lots of segments, up to 80%, because those segments were not being edited anyway when they were going to humans. And, you know, everybody likes that. But one thing happens, no matter where they are on the spectrum, right? If they're getting 20% savings or 80% savings, once that's up and rolling, you know, nothing bad happened, they want more. And the natural question is, all right, let's take a look at that other 80% or that other 20% that is getting edited. What kind of edits are there? And so the goal of automatic post editing here is not to, like, I don't know, make post editing faster for the linguist or something. In practice, the only thing that mattered was about increasing the amount of approvable segments that are perfect. And as an example, recently looked at a assessment we did for a manufacturing company. 25% of their segments are unedited. Not a great result, right? Like it's good savings at, you know, more than 10 million words, but it's not crazy. But another 20% of their segments are either only white space edits, only uppercase, lowercase edits, or only punctuation edits, right? And nobody became a professional translator to do casing, punctuation, and white space on millions of segments. So I can show you how this new workflow works in the next slide. So, right, machine translation. Before that, of course, you have translation memory, but machine translation, then quality prediction. And now, if a segment gets rejected, it goes to the automatic post-editing model. Then the edit gets generated. Then it goes back again to quality prediction. And this is really the key, I think, that a lot of people miss. So you generate the edit, but we're not going to either approve it or send it to a human. What we want to do is send it back to quality prediction so that it can potentially be approved. And then you know, if it's approved, then we can still skip human editing. The way we've implemented it, actually, if it's not approved, we just throw it out. We'll just use that MT, right? If both of them are bad, let's just, you know, be minimally invasive here. And so that's pretty much how the workflow works. So again, the value here and the sort of innovation is making it work in the real world. A lot of these things are pretty parallel to what we found for making quality prediction work in the real world. So it has to be a separate private custom LLM. So both separate from the MT, but also separate from the quality prediction. It's very important that the quality prediction model isn't somehow rating its own output. Secondly, people want no change in quality. Nobody wants something that's like, you know, 20% worse, whatever that means, and 50% cheaper. They want something that's, you know, 0% worse and 50% cheaper. And then the other thing is no change in setup or workflow, right? So we're not an LSP, we're not a Yeah, MT provider even, or
Last
TMS.
sentence.
Yep. So
Yep.
yeah, they just want to keep their setup and maybe change their setup regardless of their APE. That's it.
Thanks, Adam.
Great. Thanks, Adam. Dragons, questions?
Yeah, I have a question, Adam. Thank you. I wonder how much of this is customized. So, you mentioned the example of the manufacturing company and those type of errors they see, although they seem pretty generic, or errors that you would find in most content. But is there a phase where you do analyze the type of errors and then you set up your, the auto correction for those specific, or is it very generic?
It's totally custom. I mean, I'd say, in fact, maybe the question is, why hasn't the whole industry adopted this? And well, most of them are not qualified.
Yeah. So it's really looking at the specific client content and then extrapolating what the errors are found there for them.
Right. They
and
get
what you
their
want to
own
correct.
model. Yeah. And they know what those edits are before they train that model. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you.
I have a quick question in terms of this is actually just an incremental improvement in the solution that you have. What you're pitching here is this additional value that you found in finding more efficiency. So what are you pitching? Cost, time, quality? What is the value of this?
You're very much right that, yeah, it's quality. Automatic post editing without a quality prediction doesn't provide that much value, whereas the other way around is not true. It's really customer specific. So some of them are using it to increase volume. That is my personal mission. I'm not here to cut everything. I think that we translate basically nothing at human quality, and that's what you see. It's like the TM. But there are, I think, in the short term, often when you talk to customers, it looks like it's cost savings, but then sort of when you zoom out, it ends up being increasing volume. But speed is also very important. So I guess, sorry, all of the above.
Thank you. Looks like the answer to all my questions is all of the above.
That reminds me of a film. Great. Thanks, Adam. Great job. Thanks, Dragons, for questions. And finally today, Shirley, we'll ask you to join the stage. Great to have you here. And we'll ask you to start when you're ready.
Hi. So yes, Shirley Coady from RWS. So think Trados and World Server and all of that technology. So if we can just dive right in with the next slide. So we all know localization project managers are very busy professionals. They're pulled in from all sides. A customer calls, they have an urgent new project, and of course that's due tomorrow. A linguist reaches out, their Wi-Fi cut out, they're not going to be able to finish that translation in time. And your boss decides, of course, now is the time they want to report on post-editing trends in Japanese. So any of the good TMSs out there can provide you the information you need to manage this type of workload. So just browse to your project page or your linguist page or your reporting module. But all of these take time, and time is what a project manager does not have. So what if there's a better way? Next slide, please. So introducing Smart Insights. Just ask your TMS in natural language for what you need. If you could go ahead and play the first video, please. I'm going to look at a couple of concrete use cases. So first one of my translators is called in sick. She's informed me she's going to be off work for the rest of the week. I need to quickly retrieve a list of her current tasks so I can identify those that should be reassigned to a different linguist so we can still meet the delivery deadline for the corresponding project. And you can see here, I'm just asking in natural language for what I want. As soon as this loads up, if you could move on to the second video, please. So we're going to get a little bit more complicated here. We have this customer, Acadian. They just went into escalation mode. We need to get the account back on track. So I'm new to this account. How can I help? So let me start by gathering some insights quickly to see why the customer is unhappy. I want to check what volumes we've handled for Acadian this year and the on-time status of the projects that have been delivered in that time frame. I also want to check the projects that are currently in progress, due for delivery in the next 2 weeks, so I can make sure they're running on schedule and follow up where the delivery deadline is at risk. So as this is loading, these are just 2 use cases because I only have 3 minutes. But as you can imagine, the sky is the limit here. You can see we're not in the reporting module from the menus at the top of the bar. I'm literally just asking my questions and getting answers. If we could move to the next slide, please. So why is this so valuable? As I mentioned at the start, any good TMS can give the project manager the information they need. Well, this solution cuts through the hype surrounding AI and gives us a very concrete way to make your life better. We're all under continuous pressure to do more, faster, cheaper, better. This lets you use AI constantly to save yourself time and make your tasks just a little bit easier and quicker. It might be a minute here, 30 seconds there, or maybe this task is going to take me a bit longer because I don't use this particular module that much, so I need to fumble around a bit to get the information I need. But this all adds up at the end of the day. Or maybe now, using Smart Insights, you will have an end of your day. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much, Shirley. Almost nodded off myself there. Dragons, questions?
Yeah, hi, Shirley. I just want to thank you for this. I'm just trying to understand. So this is essentially an AI assistant. So making the project manager's life easier when they're searching for information. Is that it? So instead of like back in the old days, asking someone who was next to you or going into each report and all of that, and just making that just faster. Is that it? It's augmenting the speed of searching.
Correct. So I could go to looking at my first use case here where I had a translator that called in sick. Well, any TMS is going to let you connect in, see that translator, see what tasks they have, and then reassign them. Here, it doesn't matter where I am. Oh, crap, translator sick. Let me just check quickly and see what I need to do.
And you've already started to implement this?
We're in beta. We expect a full-on release at some point this calendar year.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Another
I have a
question?
question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Me too.
A couple of questions associated. So this is in the TMS version of Trados, not in the translation memory system.
Correct. This is geared towards project managers.
Exactly. Does it also, can this AI reach out into linguistic assets and answer questions about linguistic assets, such as, does this account have a translation memory, a glossary, a style guide, basic stuff like that?
It would be able to look into what it has, but it's not going to be able to do searches, at least not yet, in terms of, is this term found in my term base or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking more in the availability of the asset, not necessarily the content of the asset.
Setup, configuration, how is this customer configured? What information do we have on this customer? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
And Alex?
Yeah, which question to pick? I guess you don't have KPIs, I imagine, in terms of how much time savings, because it's not really being used in production yet. Do you have any idea? Okay. Then I'll ask you my next question.
Yeah.
Are the results also actionable? So whatever you get from the chat bot, can you click on it? If it's, obviously maybe if it's a graph, no, but if it's a list of projects, can you actually from there go into action?
Well, you're killing my next pick.
Good. And you're on the right track.
Yeah, we have that as basically a phase 2. We're going to come out with smart actions. So instead of saying, give me a list of all the projects that Serena has due this week, it's going to be reassign all of those projects to you.
Fabulous.
So
thank you.
But we're jumping ahead of ourselves on that.
Yeah, save that one for the next pick, Shirley.
That is exactly what I have planned.
There you go. Thanks a million, Shirley and Dragons. And we're almost there, folks. So what did we just see? Well, we saw 7 fantastic innovators show their innovations. Tomorrow, well, before tomorrow, Alex, what's happening in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. We're excited to be bringing LocWorld52 to Monterey, California. I think people are generally a lot more excited than going to San Jose. And I'm not just speaking for myself there, but the final round of the pick will be taking place on Tuesday, October 29th. And there's going to be 6 innovators moving on. We had 6 or 7 pitch today. There's going to be 9 more pitching tomorrow, at which time our dragons will have the really difficult task of having to winnow it down to 6 finalists. So we're really excited. I did want to mention again that we recorded today's session. We will also record tomorrow's session. You'll see those up very quickly on the LocWorld YouTube and the channel and the pick playlist. And I also wanted to take a moment to just give a big thank you to Nimdzi Insights, the publisher of Multilingual. Thank you, Renato and Nimdzi, for once again providing a 2-page profile for our first prize winner and a 1-page white paper also for the second prize as well. And, you know, last time in Dublin, we actually were really excited to unveil our first cash prize. A $1,500 total prize pool, of which the winner gets $1,000. So we'll be excited to hand over another check to our winner on the 29th.
It was a big check.
It was a big check. So thank you, Nimdzi, and thank you to everyone for the support of the pick. We appreciate it. And yeah, Dave, that brings us to the end of round 1. What are we going to see tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, as you said, we have 9 more innovators, and then dragons have to go away to their den and have a good think, and then come back to us. And you know, as we always mention, dragons do the voting, and it's based on what they've seen and heard, and how the innovation comes across. So that's how we've always played. I'll just like to thank all innovators today. Thank you very much, and well done, everybody. Thank you, dragons. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you again, same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.